Can you tell a difference in pores? It kind of gives milk chocolate from here, but back here it gives, and we have a patch, hold on. Pressed powders are typically not my go-to. See my discoloration coming through? Kind of a lot. Got a new hand chain because the other one was too big. This is small lip approved. Kind of scared though that hey fam, so guess what, we have new makeup right here. This is kind of like my Sephora haul. I didn't buy a lot during the Sephora savings event because, as you know, I do review makeup and I don't know, I wasn't too excited for a lot of things. Let me know what your thoughts are. I feel like the Sephora sale is great to re-up on your products, to get back the products you already used up and you love and it's like the cult favorite. That's what I kind of did this year with the Sephora savings event. More like, this is what is good, this is what is tried and true. Oh, my name is Magdalene Janet. If you don't know who I am, welcome. I'm always here, just having a good time, chilling and hanging out with you guys, reviewing makeup, talking about all things beauty, skincare routine, soon a shower routine, those things. I want to expand more, you know? Oh, don't forget to subscribe. Don't miss any videos because I do post all the time. And I'm on Insta and TikTok. Follow me there if you want to see additional content. So let's start off. Face is ready. I did my skincare. It's a little shiny. I've been putting oil in my moisturizer and I've been loving that. I think it's a bit of a game changer. So here we are. This new Smashbox Pore Vanishing Photo Finish Primer. Let me give you info. The new Smashbox Photo Finish Pore Vanishing Shine Control Primer retails for $34. This instantly vanishes the look of pores, locks in makeup for up to 12 hours, control shine all day, won't clog pores, oil free, no white cast. I just realized this primer is only available at Ulta, but it's still high end. Smashbox is known for primers. That's like their jam. They do primers extremely well. So I'm super excited to see, because I have oily skin and big pores. Typically, oily skin comes with big pores. Pores are visible. Let's kind of use it here, just like that much. It has that silicone-y feel. I mean, look. You see, like that? And let's do like a quick before and after. You know, when it comes to primers, you want to let them dry down a little bit. It absorbs into the skin. With makeup, you always want to just let things dry down a little. I know a lot of times we're in a rush and whatnot. If you give it like a minute or two, you'll be good. Let's see. It's very soft, gentle. I already kind of see it. It mattifies a little bit versus here. No primer. Primer. You know what? Should we stick to one side primer only? This left side. Let's not forget this side. The side with no piercing. I think I'm gonna wear my hair up today. I don't know. I'm not sure. But let's let this dry. Been about 3 minutes. It kind of dries down in like a hydrating mattified way. By the way, you guys, I have this lip tint in the shade Berry Thirsty. Let's see what tint it gives us. Can you tell a difference in pores? I could. This is more matte already. You can see my pores. You see that texture right there? Versus here, it's smoother. That's what the primer should do. I don't doubt a Smashbox primer. I feel like they just work well. So Makeup Forever has these skin tints. I got this at PR. I have the shade 7 and 9. 7 could be it right now. 9 could also be it. While I shake, let me give you info about these. The new Makeup Forever Super Boost Lightweight Moisturizing Skin Tint with Hyaluronic Acid retails for $36. I have the shade 7 and 9. A hydrating, plumping skin tint with buildable sheer medium coverage that leaves a radiant, healthy skin, non-oily feel. So now that we know what is happening, let's look and see how this is. Oh, it's like I see. The only thing is like it won't really sit. Or maybe it will. So I'm assuming you go like this. No. Oh yeah. That's nice. Oh, this is shade 7. Yeah, shade 7 is my shade, my tone. It looks a little lighter in this versus what you get. Shade 9. Shade 9. Packaging is a little lighter, I feel, than the actual product. So that could be a little tricky. Okay, let's see how this feels. Ooh, it's thick. Look. Quite pigmented. When it comes to skin tints, you kind of don't know what you're gonna walk into. It could be a thin skin tint where it doesn't provide much coverage. Some people like that. We need coverage here. We need to cover these manchas. Talking about manchas, look. Damn. Where'd they go? What was I saying? I got distracted. We want stuff with coverage, and I know I hear you guys all the time say how much you want coverage, so this feels really nice. Very hydrating. Not gonna lie, when I saw this, I wasn't excited about it. Skin tints, for some reason, they don't excite me. I forget that some brands do skin tints well, and some brands just don't. Skin tint, in my mind, is always like a soft, very lightweight complexion product. Works best is something that has more pigment, but is also lightweight. This is exactly that. I think it's pairing well with the primer. There's no peeling, there's no funny business going on. This is the before and after, very natural. Natural, yeah. It provides coverage enough to give you that natural look, but not coverage to where you're gonna look like you have foundation. But let's see if it's buildable, because I don't know. And what I find with skin tints, I like to apply it like I did with my fingers, just so we get that warmth of our hand and we can just spread it nice and evenly. Sometimes, again, with skin tints, you kind of don't know what you're working with. A brush sometimes could be too abrasive, and a sponge could just be way too, suck up too much product. So the finger, I find it'll help you also navigate and feel the product to see, okay, so as I'm feeling it, I'm thinking like, we can use a brush, you know what I mean? We could. It has enough oomph to handle a brush. What I want to do, since I'm applying it like this, let me add a little more there. And let's let this just dry. And let's see how it dries down before I blend it out. Should I blend it out with this? I think I'm gonna use like something like this. I don't know, like this e.l.f. one is nice too. This one will work. You see? Skin looks wet. Just a little more product to build a little bit on the brush. When you build on your brush, you wanna make sure the product is really embedded in there. And then we're just gonna press. Been sitting honestly for like 3 minutes. I was looking for a brush and I cannot find it. That one particular brush, you know. I love this shade. This shade is really good. It matches pretty well. Makeup Forever tends to have good shade matches because they also have neutral undertones, cool undertones. My undertone is neutral. Okay, it's definitely buildable. It works well with the brush. Look. Skin looks like skin. Not bad, huh? I like. Currently, I started a little bit late. It's 11:30. You know we're going to do an all-day wear test. So let's let this dry down. You always want to let your foundations dry down somewhat. I have time today, so let's wait about 10 minutes and see how it feels because it definitely feels wet. Maybe in these 10 minutes, I'll find the brush I'm looking for. Hey, I'm back. It's been a little over 10 minutes, but I did find my brush I was looking for. Okay, let's see. Sticky. It does dry down a little bit. You can kind of tell you don't have that shine. Okay. You see how the no primer side is a little shinier? You know the primer is at work. What I want to do, lips, build. I always like to build, wow, right here. And right there. When I build my foundation, I don't like to build it everywhere because that's when you can look a little cakey. Build in the areas you want more coverage. I always go more where my manchas are. I like to go like in the middle and then like right there and around my mouth. I'm just getting from what I put here. Again, let's let it dry down a little bit. As we actually let this dry down, let's move on to the next thing, which is these contour sticks from ABH that she came out with 4 shades. I'm thinking I'm this shade right here, Shadow. I did get in PR. Wow, this is so pretty. Contour sticks. They're naturally radiant with a gel-like cream formula designed to sculpt and define features with a dewy second skin finish. They're lightweight. That's also what we're going for today using this skin tint. You know, I always like a little more. So let's blend this out right here. If you're not familiar with a contour and a bronzer, a contour typically will be cooler in shade and will create more shadows, can reshape your face. A bronzer is going to give you warmth, kind of like you would be in the sun. If I put bronzer, it'll just give my face a little bit of dimension. A contour really gives much more dimension because it creates those shadows. Both can be interchangeable. These though, they do seem like they are contours. This is the shade Half Tone. I said halftime. Is it half tone? Half one. Half one. Wow. What is wrong with me? This is how much product you get. Oh wow, that's a lot more than most, I feel. Even most like stick foundations. How big is it? It brings 0.28 ounces, 8 grams. She's light. But you see that grayness? You see that coolness? Shadow, which is my tone. Okay. You see how it's a little red and kind of gray? This color is pulling a little bit gray. So let's see how it looks on my face. But right now it looks a little red gray. So that's a contour. Next up is core shadow. Oops. Let me get the line straight. Oh, that's nice. You see how there's a little bit of warmth in there? You can see it right there. This can probably dub as a bronzer on my skin tone, maybe. It also has a bit of grayness in it too. Cast shadow. This one's nice and deep, and you see how it has like a little bit of purple in it. A little bit of gray too. These all have a gray undertone. These have about 2 undertones. All of them have gray. And then they each have like, this one's a little red, this one's a little orange red, this is purple. The shades are really rich and creamy, very, very pigmented. So let's see, I'm gonna just wipe my hand. And it comes to stick products. I like to typically grab them here. Put it on my hand, maybe put a little bit there. This is the ABH. This is a foundation brush, but it's small enough to use a contour. So I like to grab the product because it's a contour. You see this right here, this like dent I have, that's my cheekbone. I'm just gonna add that contour right there. It's already creating a bit of a shadow, and I like to build slowly. I don't like to put the stick up against my face because, especially since we have a skin tint that is pretty radiant, I don't want it to move. I want to add a little more, and I'm just gonna build slowly. I like this. This is nice. It's going on creamy. I do see and feel like that gel-like formula. Add a little bit here. I added too much here, so let's blend that out. We're gonna leave it like that. Should I go like this? I don't know. Let's do it on the forehead and see. Oh yeah. Okay. Yeah, this is nice. Thing about these, because they're super creamy and pigmented, you don't want to put too much, because if you do, this one is great. I put just enough. If I put a little more, it's gonna look like I have a bruise. That's the thing with contours, because it has that gray undertone. Here, let me try to like do like that. It can transfer on your skin tone differently. Your skin tone could pull some purple, and sometimes my skin tone pulls a little bit of that purple, which is how it ends up looking like you have a bruise. I like that these undertones are just not gray. It's not one shoe fits all. I feel like there's a little purple in this. There's gray. There's a little bit of red in here. Because our skin tone, especially if you have brown skin, we have different tones everywhere. Like my shoulders are a different color from my chest, my neck different from my face. So all that mixing really works because it ends up making your makeup look as natural as possible. And it complements your different natural tones, which I kind of like this. This is nice. Out here. These contour check. I want to use this one, core shadow. It may be a little too deep, but let's see. I'm gonna grab my microfiber towel. You guys, these are a game changer. Clean your brushes and you won't have to use a lot of brushes. Lately, I've been kind of cheap with my brushes. So this one, let's look. It's a little deep, but you see like that color. It kind of gives milk chocolate from here, but back here, it gives gray purple. Right? Build it up here on my hand. Now we're gonna go on top of that because now we're gonna use this more as a bronzer. Although it's a contour, depending how colors transfer on your skin tone, you could change it up. It doesn't have to be. This is actually a contour though, as I'm speaking. Yeah, it's transferring as a contour. But okay, nice. Skin looking all good. They're really pigmented. Bro, I don't want to put too much. Set a little more, maybe like right here. Although it's a gel formula, it gives me like balmy feels. These are pigmented a little bit, does go a long way. And we have a patch. Hold on, hold the phone. I'm getting the side of the brush and just blending that out. All right, not bad. You know what? Let's use shadow. You know what? Also a little bit of core shadow as our little eyeshadow. My lids are already a little bit discolored. You see how it kind of just emphasizes my already discoloration? It just makes it look natural, little intense natural. And this is what I'm going for. When I put bronzer on my lid, that's ideally the look that I try to achieve, is just for it to look natural. Kind of like emphasizing already my discoloration there. I don't have a new cream blush or anything. Lately, I've been loving this Rare Beauty one, Hope, because it's like a light rose mauve pink. On my skin tone, it transfers a little differently. It looks a little pastel pink, but then when I blend it, it just looks so beautiful. And I'm not gonna be cheap with my blush. I mean my brush. I'll use a new brush. Dry a little bit, blend this out quickly. And I just let this blush dry down for like 30 seconds or so. Nothing too long. This blush is gonna mesh in with that bronzer we have. You see? Oh, that's cute. That blush, it just, you know, it was looking a little too gray. That's the process of makeup. Different colors help different colors out. Your skin tone, just everything ends up working extremely well. I'm gonna use this concealer because I've used it already. Well, because it's new and we're kind of doing a full face of new. So this one is the Estee Lauder Double Wear. I really like it. I'm in the shade 3W. She's thick though, and she dries down. She's also kind of like flexible. We're here. Let's try this new Kosas Cloud Set Airy Setting Mist. This I got on PR. If I don't mention something I didn't get in PR, it's probably because I forgot or something, but I try to always tell you the things I get in PR. But you know, I'm always going to be honest. This is very misty. I like this. Let's read up on it really quick. This Kosas Mist retails for $36. It is a refreshing skincare mist that hydrates, smooths, locks in makeup for 12 hours. It is alcohol free. Typically, things with alcohol tend to dry your skin. That's part of what makes a solid setting spray, is the ones that have alcohol. A lot of setting sprays right now, I feel like, are being made without the alcohol. I always blend my concealer last because I know this concealer is pretty pigmented. This much is going to cover the entire under eye area. Cleaning off my brush, making sure I don't have a lot of product. Lately, I've been telling you, I've been doing my concealer like this. So because I have the discoloration most here, I'm gonna concentrate that product, leave my eyes open, and keep it underneath here, right here. We're gonna continue to press, kind of spreading that product. And then with whatever remains, which already is like a thin layer, we're gonna go up here. Make sure to get all of our under eye. The reason why is because the less product right underneath your lash line, the better, because that's where exactly your eye creases. So you don't want to put so much product there and then you're like super creasy. I need to hurry up and blend this eye because it's already drying. I already see it. So doing the same, concentrating here and then kind of moving it. Keeping my eye open because it kind of checks me to tell me like this is where you stay, like right here. Now we go up here. Now we have good coverage. Okay, good makeup day. Why is it that when I have nothing to do today but work and edit and stay home, makeup wants to slay? And this is new makeup. But look at my pelitos. I'm having this hair growth. So if you see all these pelitos, that's it. I'm so proud of my little hair growth. Moving right along. Givenchy released a pressed powder. This actually has been out for a minute. I wanted to buy it, but I think it was like overseas. So I'm like, let me just wait till it's here, and it's now here. Givenchy has the best setting powder, or had the best setting powder. Last year, they reformulated it to a shimmer. I never used it, but shimmer was just not gonna work. It just sucked. That matte powder was so perfect. Why mess with perfection? So now I think they're trying to redeem themselves. They created a matte pressed version. We're gonna see how this looks because I love this powder. The original one, I still have it. I loved it so much, I had two. I stopped using it because one, I didn't want to finish it. And two, it was no longer available for you to buy. So it's like, I don't want to use products you can't even get a hold of, you know? So let's look at it. Oh, look, it has a brush. A brush I will not be using. Oh, look, did it come out? This is how you open the product. I have the shade number 4. Oh, it's matte. Okay, it's matte. So we're on the same page. The new Givenchy Prisme Libre Blurring and Coloring Correcting Matte Press Powder retails for $59. This is an ultra blurring, color correcting 4-color press powder that offers a natural matte finish, refines the appearance of pores, and blurs imperfection. I have the shade number 4. You know how I feel about setting powders. They have to work, especially for the eye area, the skin well. Especially this is like 50 something dollars. It has to be worth our money. So I'm gonna get this powder puff from Tower 28. We're going to just rub them all. The idea is get this custom color. You can either go with the light shade, you can go with the blue shade, and this is how it's going to look. This is the shade that works best on my skin tone. And let's see how pigmented it is. Pressed powders are typically not my go-to, because I like a good loose setting powder, but today we're gonna make an exception. We're just gonna even that out. Kind of like the pressed version where if I want this yellow shade to help color correct the under eye, I can kind of get in there with the yellow. So let's do that. Maybe some peach too. I like that. Okay. We're gonna even that bad boy out. So this is ready to use. Let's make sure we get rid of the creases. Then we're gonna concentrate most of that powder here in the inner corner. Just finish it off here, kind of feather it off. When it comes to pressed powders, the reason it's not my favorite, because it's pressed, I don't feel like it gets into all the creases how I like it. A loose powder, because it's loose, all those particles and like I call it the looseness of the powder tend to get into the under eye area well, right? And I'm just here setting for about 10-15 seconds. You want to really take your time when you're setting your under eyes. Instead of just continuing to grab product, you're gonna just have that product that you already have in your puff. You're gonna press it in. So you're building in a very lightweight way instead of continuing to get product and really building where your under eyes will look cakey, scrapey. Especially throughout the day, your under eyes are the first one that kind of look like ages your makeup. Your makeup looks old, you know? You want to wear your makeup for 8 hours, but it shouldn't look like it, right? And it's all the application. So now I'm just gonna get every color. You see, you can see like the blue, you can see the peach, you can't see the purple because this puff is purple. So now what we do is we're gonna set around the face. This is very nice. Wow. Soft matte versus look, not set. You see the difference. If you don't know what powder does, this is what it does. You see how this is shiny and very gel-like? Here it's set down and a little matte. You see the before and after. Whew. You see my discoloration coming through, which means I need more coverage, but it's okay. Let's get this yellow one. See, look how yellow that is. I like that. I really, really like the fact that pick the color instead of with the loose version, they all just eventually gonna mix. Here it's a little neater, I'd say. Again, concentrate that product there. Oh, I like that yellow. Really press. Keeping your eye open, looking straight ahead, because this is how your eyes naturally rest. Press. Setting is really important to how your makeup is gonna look and how it's gonna last. You want your makeup to last and look good, not just to last. You know what I mean? Now we're gonna get all the colors. Really set this. And around the blush, around the bronzer, because I'm gonna set the blush and bronzer with the actual blush and bronzer instead of powdering every single crevice of the face, so that we don't have like that super matte look. If you're gonna wear your makeup long period and you don't touch up, you don't like to touch up, or you just don't have time to, I would say set everything. I've been liking that natural glow that comes by doing your makeup this way. Right? Okay. YSL has a new blush. I bought this on the sale. I'm excited. Let me give you info about it. These new YSL blushes make me blush buildable powder retail for $45. I have the shade 37 Peachy Nude. They come in 8 shades. This is a little blush in a clutch, a long-lasting velvety soft blush that provides buildable color in silk, satin, soft matte finishes. Woo! Now that we have all the tea, let's see. Ooh. Okay, compact. Pretty, pretty. Let's see how pigmented it is. Because for $45, it better be pigmented. Oh yeah, look. Wow. Wow. Okay, we got pigment there. Okay. That's why I also wanted to use a very little amount of cream blush because we need to see how this bad boy is going to work. I'm using the Brush 99 from Sephora collection. Oh, there's a little fallout. Kind of a lot. All right, we're going to tap this here. Work that product. And then remember how we kept our cheek wet? This blush should give us all it has. Ooh, it has a lot. Okay. Okay. And just like with the powder, we're just gonna set by pressing, adding a smidge more, and then bringing it up. The other side of this brush, we're gonna blend that out. Make sure it doesn't look too harsh. Okay. And you can see the difference. No blush, blush. I feel like this is more orange coral than like pink coral. I wasn't expecting that for some reason, but on my skin tone, it's looking like that, right? Let's go on the other side. Ooh, okay. I'm getting more pigment here because the brush also has more product. By putting this on, I like how pigmented it is, and it should be because it costs a lot of dollar bills. Let me put it like under here and then blend again, but maybe a little here. While we're talking about YSL, let's just get a little bit of the bronzer. Let's bronze a little bit. Okay, makeup. I typically do this with loose powder, but we're gonna do it today with the press. Let's cut the cheeks. Can I cut the cheeks? No. I mean, yeah, a little bit. A little bit. And I always like to kind of go over any sort of blush. Okay. This makeup looks really, really good. We're gonna pause it right here and I am going to do my hair. Just kidding, I'm back. Makeup looks good, very subtle, right? But I wanted to set my skin before I really comb my hair. Oh yeah. I'm gonna dry it up. We're drying, I'm gonna add a little bronzer. This is the finishing touches. When the skin is wet like this, damp, it will take more of the colors you added, like blush. May look a little more pigmented. And then I'm gonna get my powder puff and dab everywhere. Get to the under eyes. Look at the skin. What do we think? Natural. Looks like skin. Perfect. This was the lip liner I wanted. Guys, this is the best sharpener. I'll link it for you. You need a good makeup sharpener because it sharpens like the wooden stuff so well, even the non-wooden pencils. So Makeup Forever has these. Oh wait, I'm here moving on to my lip mascara. This is the Masters mascara. It's a volumizing mascara. I've used it already and this is how it looks. Nice black packaging. Thin wands like this will really get into all your lashes. By the way, you guys, I just got a new hand chain because the other one was too big and this one fits my hand so well. I will link it for you. I got it on Etsy. I'm so excited for it. So I'm gonna try to wear it every day if I can remember. As you know, I have very flat lashes, so I need all the volume a girl can get. So what I'm gonna do is just really work this mascara in. Because it's new, I think it needs a little more love. Don't go like that with your mascaras because that lets in a lot of air into the tube. Oh yeah, that was perfect. This is giving us freaking length. Ugh, so good. I'm gonna get my lash separator from Revlon. It's a little dirty. I'm gonna try to clean it with some liquid cleaner. I'm gonna see how that goes. Because look, it has a lot of mascara and I've tried cleaning it, but I can't clean it as well. And then here at the bottom lashes, whatever remains, we're going to coat. I like to always use whatever is left just so that we don't smear. Again, because I have very fine hair and my eyelashes are fine, but I have a lot of eyelashes. I'm gonna comb through and then maybe go one more time. When your eyelashes start sticking together, that means you have enough product. Let me get my other lash. There we go. You see? Oh! Okay, the before and after with no curling or anything. What do you think? Yeah, such a good difference. I love it. For the lip, Makeup Forever got these, what am I saying? Released these Super Boost Gloss with a plump effect. So I'm gonna use their lip liner in Universal Earth. This is one of my favorites. And look, my lips are nice and stained. So let's see. Using the Super Boost in Fairy Love Pure number 11. Looks like this. Ooh, I like this doe foot. Look at this. This is nice. Like, it just hits so well. Oh, this is small lip approved. Oh, it's very pigmented. Ooh, my lips look juicy. Love it. So let's curl the lashes and then we're done. Skin looks good. I like. All right, you guys, skin is looking juicy, delicious. It looks really nice. I'm kind of scared though that I don't know how it's going to last. This looks good up until 8, maybe 9 hours. Post 10 hours, especially when you have oily skin, and today it is so hot. Let's see if the makeup starts breaking up. This is what happens though when you're working with moisturizing products, not really too matte. And nothing here was like really matte except for the concealer, but again, we just used a little bit here. So overall, I really like how everything looks. I have a patch here. Hold the phone. So I'm thinking of talking about this patch. Let's get the contour. This is the shade, the first shade we used. Lightly, we're gonna get the powder. We use the YSL. Oh, we fixed it mostly. I don't want to touch it too much. A little bit. Add lightly, like extremely lightly, because if you put too much on top of already set makeup, it could just mess up the whole situation. You see how it became a little more pigmented? Okay. Well, and another thing I wanted to mention is the powder does have fragrance. It has the same scent the loose powder had, so FYI. It's not too potent. I feel like because it's pressed, you can't smell it as much. If you get like in here, you can smell it. I love everything. The contour sticks. The skin tint is very surprising. I just love how it's laying on the skin and how other products have applied. This patch, I don't know, I think it's the bronzer, but it's okay. The spray, we will see how it helps hold things together. This is vital, especially to see how things warm up, because typically this kind of just locks everything in. This powder, I like it. I think it sets the under eyes. Hold on. Pretty well. Let's just do a little, and look, I want to show you here close up to see how the under eyes look. They look really good. The lids look great. Again, this is the side with no primer. This is the side with primer. We'll definitely be able to see the difference today since I will be doing a wear test. Guys, how am I forgetting a flashback test? Let's do it. I see. Wait, is my lens dirty? Yeah, I see a spot right there. Oh, no flashback at all. Look. Oh, love it. This powder is brown skin approved. It does have multiple shades for that reason, so we don't just have one shade to work with and then end up having major flashback. Let's see how things go. This lip, look how juicy my lips look. Ooh, and my eyelashes. They're eyelashing. I don't think I dislike anything, but I will definitely know when we come back. So I'll meet you at the window and I'll see you later. Bye. Look how juicy we look. What do you think? In daylight, how do you think things look? I really loved how everything is cohesively working together. One product didn't ruin another product. Everything's laying very, very well. That's really nice, especially when you try out new makeup. You want to make sure things work well with one another and other makeup, because typically a full face consists of several different products, liquids, creams, powders, setting sprays, all that jazz. So look. Ooh, I'm very impressed with the blush and the skin tint. Kind of in awe with both, you know? And the lashes. Look, love it. Okay, I'll see you at around 6. Amelia, I'm back. It is 8:48. We've had this full be on for, I think, 10 hours. I did get some footage for you at around 5:30 or 5:45. I thought it was gonna be 6, but the sun was moving. So the skin is looking very radiant here. You can see texture a little bit. You can see the radiance. You can see the glow, the shine. I have oily skin. I didn't touch up, and it was really, really hot today. But other than that, everything looks pretty well put together. Nothing was separating. That's kind of what I look midway through, just to see how we're going through the day. Here we are now. This is the side with primer. I feel like it looks a little smoother. This is a no primer side. Do you see a difference? I definitely do. The texture looks just flatter here than here. Skin is radiant, but we know why. It's been all day. I haven't touched up, and we're using pretty glowy products, but considering that, the skin looks really good. Nothing is separating at this point. You can see here, the under eyes are creasing a little bit. When it comes to pressed powders, it doesn't get every single crease of the eye area, so creasing I always expect it. Here on this side, things look pretty good too. This is the non-primer side. Not bad at all. Overall, I don't think I look gastada. I think everything looks good. I have this nice radiance going. So these products, oh, this primer, I knew it was gonna be a hit. You know, when you see things side by side, you can really tell the difference. Wow. Smashbox has always been that girl with the primer, so I really love it. I love that it mattifies and it truly does blur the skin. This foundation's amazing. It lasted very well. You will have a glowy look pretty much all day. If you don't like that, this is not for you. It is a very well made skin tint. I really like it. It's lightweight, it's pigmented, it lasts, it adheres to the skin, and that's what you want with products. By the way, my lip combo earlier today was bomb. I loved it so much. The contours look good. They lasted pretty well considering I still have that patch, but let's look at this side. It's good. The formula is very, very creamy, very gel-like. They are very much contours. I really love the shade of contours because they're really deep and rich. The blush, great. Look, it lasted all day long. Working with glowy products, okay? Mascara looks amazing. It did not run. You see, hold on, wait. I'm seeing something. Oh no, that was my mistake earlier today. Yeah, I did smear it when I was applying it here. But look, you can see here, it's not smeared anywhere on the eyes or on the lids. So this is a good mascara. This is my second time trying it and I like it. Star of the show, I really, really like Givenchy's powder. I think they did a great job creating the best setting powder ever in a pressed form. Personally, I love a pressed form of powder as a beginning setting, and then I like to seal everything with a loose setting powder. That's personal preference, but I really like how this held everything together, and we didn't use any loose powder, so that says a lot. Powder, I like it. The skin tone is great. You guys saw we didn't have any flashbacks. We had a pretty good makeup day today. What do you guys think? Let me know. And let's tap a little bit. Here's my powder puff I use. We're just gonna do this number and let's see. My nose is kind of gone. You see how it lifted? That happens depending on the product. It's almost always going to happen with the skin tint and or glowy products. When you are working with skin tint glowy products, you're gonna lift easier because they're not matte and they're not dry down to your skin or stuck down to your skin. This happening, it doesn't mean it's a bad thing. It's just the type of product we're working with. And everything else looks good. Look, the cheeks, forehead, under eyes, I'm very pleasantly surprised how well it's working. Lastly, the spray. I really like the mist. It helps mesh everything well together. With a makeup look like this, since it's glowy, I would definitely suggest a more mattifying setting mist like the One Side. Even the Mario one and the Anastasia Beverly Hills one, I think would work a little bit better for this type of beat. But we know Kosas is a very your skin but better natural skin makeup brand. brand, and this is what the setting spray is that. Not bad. Is it my favorite? No, but it did the job today, so I think it's okay, but the other ones I prefer. All in all, I really love this luxury haul, this luxury Sephora makeup, new makeup. Everything worked out very well, but of course I want to know your thoughts. Have you tried any of these? Are you getting anything at the Sephora savings event? Did you get any of these products at the Sephora savings event? Let me know. I'll try to get this video up before the sales event is over. I love you guys so much. Thank you for hanging out with me and spending some time with me. If you made it all the way to the end, I appreciate you so much. You're the real one. You're a real one. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Don't miss any videos. Subscribe right there, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.